Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. Today is a day, and just before we begin, I am having a little bit of additional background noise, so I'm really hoping we don't pick it up, but if we do, it will let me know what the issue is. So, I've got a couple issues recording in the past, so this is just kind of a confirmation recording session that if there is bad noises, I know what it is, and I will resolve it for future. However, we're going to hop in anyway. We're going to see if we can make it happen today. And you'll notice just before we began here, I did a couple of things. I set this up here. We're going to put some insulated tiles in everybody's rooms here because I have decided we are not going to be extending. We're not going to be doing any more bedrooms on this side. I think this is kind of where we're gonna stop. We'll keep doing up and maybe a little bit over this way. This is kind of my intent anyway. And so, we still have some room to build more bedrooms. Now, I want to look at doing some automation stuff, improving some systems we've got in place. Not everything, just a few things, such as this little scenario over here, which is the coal. I think I'm going to have a conveyor and a sweeper automatically sweep up coal that gets this pooped out, and we're going to throw it over here, and we're going to build a storage. We're going to move that over to here. We're going to move that up here and shut one of them off. So that is one big plan that I've got on the agenda today. The other thing is I've been thinking about this situation and the hydrogen that we've kind of sorted over here. I want to do a couple of things. One, we're going to just dig out 2 more tiles here just because I want to increase a little bit of the room here for the hydrogen. The temperature is a really big deal here for me. So it's at 45 degrees and I want it to kind of stay on the lower end. And what I'm worried about is in trucking it all the way over the way that I am, and it's sitting in the pipe. I don't want it to just sit in the pipe. I don't want it to just sit there and, eventually it will start off putting a little bit of heat. And if we're talking the high heat level that we are looking at the moment, which, it comes out at 500 degrees, I don't really want that. So my plan is to put in a hydrogen generator system over here to help burn off some of that heat, some of that hydrogen, and I was thinking of maybe even running the hydrogen direct into here, whether it's kind of through around here or kind of directly through. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't fully decided, but that is also on my mind. So directly just kind of eliminating hydrogen and perhaps even cooling some of it down. You could do an aqua tuner setup. It just isn't exactly, I haven't figured out exactly how I would want to do it. So I'm thinking hydrogen generators here, and yeah, I don't know, like that's my it's just a big scheme of mine, a big consideration. Another thing, we're gonna just deconstruct these ladders here, deconstruct this deodorizer, and look at the breathability. It's not great. It's not great right at the moment. Let's just go into gas here. Yeah, I'd like to get some of that hydrogen out of there, and the best way to do that would be to throw in one of those. Okay, so let's make them kind of 9 this room up a bit. Oops, let's 9 the room up. There we go. Just to improve the situation. What's going on with you? Atmosphere. You don't like the atmosphere. That's okay. And this room, so this room is going to be the room for Bubbles. I believe that's who it is. Bubbles needs her own private room. Let's actually dismantle the conductive wires. Well, Bubbles is going to have her own very private room. Why is that an invalid location? Oh, interesting. Deconstruct that. Please put that at a 9. Hello, friends. Look at them go. They're so happy together. Now, somebody do that. Deconstruct, you little shits. Good. And then we'll put the door back in. There we go. That solves my problems. Perfect. So we are going to assign this to... Hello, Bubbles. That is your room now. So let's talk about Bubbles for a second. Split second here. So Bubbles has an interesting little power here. And if we just actually slow down, I don't know why I'm fast forwarding so quick. Where is Bubbles? I feel like finding her this way rather than clicking everywhere would be easier, but mayhaps I am wrong. Oh, is that Bubbles? There we go. Let's look at Bubbles for a second. There we go. Here we go. Okay, radiation eater. This is what it is. It is, you know, first of all, I mean, rip at the mouth breather trait. I didn't know that. Not ideal. But this duplicate eats radiation for breakfast and dinner. So what I'm planning on doing, and I don't know if that means they will never die from radiation. Hopefully they won't. But what I'm planning on doing is throwing her a little uranium storage bit. And I'm going to just dig up a piece of uranium. And it was kind of suggested that uranium wasn't actually going to give off radiation once it had been dug out. So I don't know if that's true. I'm really not sure. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to give it a go. We're going to actually get Meep to do this right now just so that it can be done. Uranium ore is a highly radioactive substance. It is a consumable, I believe, as well, is it not? No? Uranium ore. Let's put uranium in this room. We will get it stored up. Let's just put this at a 9 task, and I will put this as a 9 as well. So only uranium is only allowed to go in here, and the plan is that it will hopefully give off, hopefully give off some radiation, and she will be able to consume. So let's just take a look here. Okay, I was told by the internet that it would not give off radiation, and it does not give off radiation. So that is disappointing, to say the least. Disappointing. So, all right. Well, we'll live with it, I suppose. We'll live with it. Now, something else that's been not irritating me, but has been bothering me a little, is that these oxygen masks don't have a home. So now they will have a home. Very good, and I can put them away. There we go. So that's that. Let's revisit a couple of other things. I'm seeing that we need some cooling over here. Do I have enough ice? I do not have enough ice to deal with the cooling. So the body temperature is an issue because is the water too high? See, base cooling has been something I have been neglecting quite a bit recently. And while I do try my best is not good enough. My best is not good enough. I must do better. So, yeah, base cooling is something else that I was kind of worried about looking into. I feel like it would be pretty significant if I started on a task like that today. Because there's a little bit of, like, this is clearly not the best setup. In an ideal world, this would actually go up rather than do all of what it does do. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way to fix it, too. So, a lot on the agenda, obviously. A lot on the agenda. Trying to figure out a lot of stuff. And also, not to mention, this as well is something that's been on my mind, too. Where are you going? I mean, what are you up to, actually? Your construction supply of a... I don't know. See, they're out wilding. What are you grabbing? Igneous rock. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting choice. So, okay. Let's do a few things. I'm going to set all of this on a 9 because I would really like to know what sort of geyser is down here. And while they're doing that, I'm going to plan the other areas, the other items that we're talking about. So one of them being the gas pump here, and how we would like to start pumping natural gas out. And I'm trying to think, do I want to just dump other gases down here? Do I want to sort it down here? It might be a wise choice. So there's the electricity. Potential load is pretty bad. I could sort it down here. And then I wouldn't need to really worry about it up top, but then I need to put a vent down. Whereas I could just have them dump it in the base, kind of like I'm doing here. It is already here, and it's pumping everything back out and all of it. Yeah, let's just... Oh, that's literally how I said it. Okay. I'm a little genius. I already did it. I'm good. All right, let's do this then. Let's build a conductive wire. We're going to do it this way and just build it off of that. I know there's quite a bit of work to do in the conductive wire department with a lot of these systems. Hello. You just dipped into the red there. How much power is that using? Oh, no. So it's fine. So the red doesn't actually matter. Look at us go. Look at us go. Okay. Yeah, so lead wiring would be really nice to put in most places. There's good conductive wires over there. I think, you know, we can really increase the conductive wires in a lot of places. I'm just gonna start the process. And, you know, a lot of the power we've been working on just simply does not need to worry about some of this. This could actually, what's the load on this one? This one, potential load 2,000. This one, potential load 1,500. Not great. I think, yeah, maybe I just need to upgrade this whole line by itself first. What is this? This is made out of steel. That's all made out of steel, actually. Probably for good reason. It'd be better to have it out of steel than the others. So, okay. I'll leave that be for a second. And then there's also the water that I want to start pulling out into here. It's everything is a shit show. Everything's crazy. I really want to put ourselves in a safer position for water and cooling and all of it. It's all shenanigans, but power is kind of the more important item. So anyway, we're going to start moving forward on that. We're going to also set up automation over here, which is, it's going to be a Atmos sensor. I want to build it out of, let's just build it out of gold for now, because we've got that gold thing down below, that gold volcano. And I'll use a little less confident in my ability to, let me actually cancel this for a second. There, we're using gold for both. And then I want it to be pretty high. I want it to stay around 3,000 or 4,000, just so that the temperature kind of balances out a little bit, rather than, you know, everything being 500 degrees, because that's too hot. And quite frankly, just no, I don't want to deal with that. I don't know. I was thinking about putting a system over here. I'm still considering it. And actually, let's just have them dig all the way up in here. Let's make the moves and dig all of that away. And then we're going to need, I can already tell, we're probably going to need a deodorizer, and a deodorizer. Let's just throw them in. Might as well do it now. I don't want to, but I got to. And the point of the deodorizers is going to be to deal with the mess that I'm going to make with all of this. And it's unfortunate. I really hate getting polluted oxygen in the base, because it's just an annoying thing to have to deal with. We've been doing pretty good overall. Like, the oxygen is pretty strong in these areas. Like, I'm pretty pleased about it. People are still sleeping. Joshua, you're still sleeping over there? Is this anyone's bed? You're assigned to it. You're assigned to a bed. You're assigned to that bed. Is anybody assigned to this? Yes, 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 yes. They need better beds. What's going on here? I've been letting these people just live in a horrid state. They need let's improve some lives real quick. Oh my goodness, I have been so mean to my dupes. So we're gonna make the 3 new bedrooms so we can reassign those 3. And so yeah, because we've got 10 out of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 will be that. And then we will hopefully put ourselves as well. We might set up more bedrooms at some point. Maybe not today, but soon probably, just because we're in the position of needing such things. And shoot, yeah, what do I want to do first? Because it was gonna be, I was gonna redo the whole oxygen situation and produce hydrogen and oxygen over here so that we can pump it into these rooms, because this is where they're gonna live, this is where they're gonna be. And then I was thinking the hydrogen could just be ripped apart down here and put in power like this. See, like over here, and then that could power that system. Let me, okay, let's leave room for a door. Let's put that in. We're moving in directions. Maybe not the best direction, but some semblance of directions. And this will produce 800 power, so that's pretty good. And it can take that for now. So 800 power, which could power that, and could likely provide electricity to a full thing. And then if I did store some extra stuff, that would be good. So a whole lot going on. I'm gonna let them dig for a few minutes just so that a little bit of progress is made, and then we can come back with a little bit of a better explanation of what's going on. Alrighty, so we've got them building this pipeline. I've made it the most important task for them to complete, because they keep running off and doing basically whatever they want. Don't ask me why. They just do what they please. I tell them not to, but they, like, I told them optionally to rip this open, and they were like, say less, sir. That shit's coming home with me. Opening that up right now for you. Not at all what I intended. And also, I didn't check to see what sort of gas was in there, and it was sour gas. And that is really not the vibe. I don't particularly want to deal with sour gas at the moment. And to be honest, I may actually put sour gas into like a canister here instead of actually dealing with it, because I don't want to. Like, really and truly, it is not in the cards for me. I don't want sour gas. So I'm actually very likely going to just do this and filter it out, because no. You know, like, it just isn't, it isn't something I want to deal with in the main base. So I think I'm going to snip this, and let's see here. There, that's probably the best I can do. And then a gas vent, I will set up one here, and we'll just end up having it closed. So not exactly, you know, making it more complicated than I'd like, but, you know, it is what it is. It is the situation that we have ourselves in, unfortunately. So there we go. Now, we're doing that. I just want to point out a couple of things that we did do. I'm going to deconstruct that as well. We did dig this out a little bit. Again, not priorities exactly, but they're doing it anyway. And it is a liquid sulfur geyser. Now, I believe that liquid sulfur, if I'm not mistaken, I believe liquid sulfur can be used in rockets, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. I don't want to, you know, these geysers that I'm finding are a little alarming. I don't want to deal with them quite yet. A little bit too out of my wheelhouse at the moment. But we did find an oil reservoir here, and Steve is working very hard, as you can see. Hello, Steve. Look at that. Steve is working very hard to look at the petrified fossil, and there we go. We're actually doing quite a good job there. And is that sour gas don't love it, and it is slowly mingling upwards. Could you, like, maybe not do that, sour gas? That would be, like, absolutely lovely if you could just kindly not. It is a little alarming. I don't want to deal with it. I'm scared. So I think what I might do is start, I don't know, like, I guess I have to leave them on. Stop doing all these other like, it's literally a 5, and he's digging it out like it's a 9. Look at them, like, they're crazy. They don't listen to me. They don't listen to me. Oh, fossil data decoded. It appears the creature's DNA. Okay. See, I knew I didn't want to do this because of the sour gas. I just wasn't paying attention, and I ended up doing it anyway. I don't want sour gas in the base. I did a little playthrough one time when I was doing something, and I was recording, and I made chaos, and sour gas was part of the problem. I don't want to deal with it again, okay? It's not in the cards. 0 out of 10. Please no. I beg. Game, I beg no. So let's just do that, and I don't know if I really need 2 of these, but I would like them to do this. They're very interesting and selective about what they do. They're so weird. So weird. Alrighty, so the moment we've all been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting for my whole life, is this little tricky friend being set up and finally taking in different things and sending, what is that? What is in there? Chlorine gas, terribly hot. It's going to be pumped into the base. We love it, but the chlorine gas drops, so it is kind of middle temp. It is lower than oxygen, so it's not actually going to be an issue because this system right here doesn't actually drop it into the base. It drops it off to the kind of the side, and you know, where some stuff is taken care of course, and there is on occasion a wee bit of a loop here, but that's okay. This one might actually, I might be able to just turn it off because it may no longer serve purpose, because we're going to be taking from lower in the base, so you know, everything's going to be dropping down. Now, one thing I am worried about with the sour gas is simply the quantity. I do not want, you know, there to be too much sour gas. We're filling this up, of course. Oh God, I meant to close this. Please disable the building. Somebody do this now, because it's just picking it up, picking it back up again. Oh, who's doing it? Steve, thank you so much, Steve. So, yes, I am trying to load this with sour gas, and then once it's full, it actually shuts off, so it's not a huge deal. So we're not gonna have any explosions or anything. So 10 out of 10 in my books. But that is gonna be an issue because it is really filling that up faster than I was expecting. But I don't want the sour gas sneaking into the base. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, sour gas is overheated carbon dioxide? What is sour gas? Byproduct of highly heated petroleum. So don't love that it is that hot. Really, really stinky. 0 out of 10. But it is what it is at the same time. Holy shit, that is like actually filling that up rapidly. Okay, well, I'd really love the sour gas to stay at the bottom of the base. But anyway, let's see here. Chlorine sneaking out, but it is dropping down. So we've got these 2 little drops for it. So the chlorine is going to simply fall back down into the base. And what we're going to do as well is just take a little pause here. Pipe blocked. Yeah, you're fine. Electricity-wise, we're just going to take a little snip of that because it just doesn't need to run anymore. It serves purpose, but it doesn't need to keep going. So that resolves one really big issue for me, which is an issue of natural gas needs. This is still all chaos. This is a lot cleaner, but as a whole, this is still an absolute disaster. So let's just take a look. So far, not pumping much natural gas yet. It is just dealing with a lot of the sour gas that is unfortunately, you know, now present. But I'm hoping that this is going to start pumping better gases in a minute. Now, I am also concerned that I may need to build a second one of these, so what I'll do right now is just deconstruct all of this. We'll make it a top priority for them so that they do it quickly, and then we'll put in a second one right beside it, just because I am seeing this is not going quite to plan. And let's get a gas pump here, and what this will do is we'll actually just force feed it into that one, and this one can do the exact same thing, so not a really big concern in my books. So there you go. That is this system. We've got this set up now and sorted. Pretty content with that. And now we want to turn our attention to, well, actually, we'll just, never mind, they're being little shits. I thought he was going to deconstruct the whole thing. So, yeah, okay, see, some natural gas is going up there, and then the chlorine is falling back down. Totally fine. Totally content with that system. And that's good because it will leave more room for more things to slowly fall down. So, pretty pleased with that. I'm happy. I'm very happy, actually. It will maybe impact the oxygen levels, but we're going to try and resolve that soon by building out this other situation here. And by this other situation, I fully intend to put in that supply that I was suggesting over here. It's just taking me a moment to kind of figure out the full design. I'm not quite sure what exactly I want to do. I'm thinking maybe I level it out with the similar to this. You could put 2 electrolyzers in. I could lock up the room if I really wanted to, but we could put 2 electrolyzers in side by side, maybe out of gold. Bonk, 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 bonk. So there you go, 4. And it does leave a little bit of headroom for it as well. I think that that's important. We need a little bit of that extra space. I will actually put in a fire pole as well. So we'll put that in to make it easier. And let's just dig this out. And I don't actually think I need this here. So let's deconstruct it because it's not, clearly it's not needed. And then I didn't even put in a wire. Okay, so good. This is also a little weird that it does this. I should probably flatten this out, actually. That would probably make a lot of sense if I just put that there and put the door up one. But anyway, so this looks good. I am concerned about the heat generation, and, you know, this isn't perfect by any means. Oh my goodness. Let me actually cancel both of those, I'm realizing, because what I should do instead as well is one, put that there, there, and then I want to run this down here, and to get rid of the oxygen, let's just do that, or the polluted oxygen. And then there's hydrogen there, and that's fine, because what I'll do at the top of the room is we're going to put a pump in, and we will pump hydrogen directly back in to a power system, and we're going to kind of pull this off the main grid. And if there is a problem where power ends up being, you know, mismanaged, which wouldn't necessarily be surprising, but if power ends up being mismanaged, we can easily just put ourselves in with another line. We'll make sure the line is still here, and we'll just hook it up. And then what are we looking at? So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. There we go. Okay, and we will put another one in. So we'll have up to 6. I'll have them kind of pre-built. That's my thought. And then we'll be able to kind of figure things out from there. If this is a terrible idea, do let me know before I fully complete the system, I suppose, and we'll be able to step back on it. We'll run away. We'll run away. Actually, I don't actually need to construct it there. I can attach it here, if needed. If needed, I guess for now, it is needed. So we will attach it in. So that's good. That is good. So we'll build that there. Oh, these rooms are done. That's right. I needed to build them beds. Let's just put in 2 more beds. This room as well, I'd really like to get it sorted for them. Let's get rid of that constructed wire. And that conductive wire. We'll do that, and then they need their little decor pieces, and this room doesn't have the corner. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to do it. Oh, well, maybe they can do it. Wait a second. Corner trim. Is it granite? Of course it's granite. There we go. Can they reach it? Yeah, they can reach it. Okay, good, 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 good. So that is well underway. We'll put this on, and we'll put the pastel purple. There they go for a wall. All right, so this room should be good. Never mind. It's not good because I do need to deconstruct these things. Let's deconstruct that and deconstruct that. And then I think they're probably able to do their shenanigans. We'll put everything there on a 9. I'm going to put that on an 8 just because. And this isn't like hugely pressing, I suppose. I would like them to do it, but it doesn't necessarily need to be done. Wow, there are a lot of them in here. They're always crowded. I don't know how to stop the crowding. I don't know how to stop the crowding. They're always losing it because there's too many of them. How is this doing, by the way? It's dormant for now. Next activity in 15 cycles. Okay. So that's another thing about this whole thing as well, is if I was able to cool this down really effectively, like say with, I don't know, I think is it diamonds that you would need? Yeah, high thermal conductivity, excellent radiation shield. It would be really great to have it here because it would absorb everything and everything would kind of mix together well. And if we put radiant pipes in there, for instance, it would kind of smoothen things out and reduce the temperature problems. So that's an idea I do have because I might just feed into this and bring it out there. In fact, I would love... I can demolish it. I would love to move that building. That would be absolutely lovely to me if I could do that. But at the present moment, I cannot. So now you're just sitting there, right? Yeah. See, so this is kind of the not the quirks of the system. The benefits of the system that we have is as long as it is. Oh, it should be above. It's supposed to be above. Let's do 35,000 there. Above 500. There we go. So as long as it's above 3,500, it'll go off. And so it's gonna just do like pumps of it here and there, and that's good for me because I don't really want to babysit this. That way this stays at a constant temperature. That way it stays at a constant quantity, and it's not a bad situation. I'm thinking maybe we need to lock the room up a little bit better as well, just to kind of ensure that it stays like that. And if that is the case, I would likely do that here, right here, and just put like a floor in, and then we could put the door in, and then easy peasy, it's like totally fine. So that is a loose idea, and actually I might just do that for my own memory, is just to simply put a gold door here, just so that I remember to do it later, because I have a feeling it's likely what's going to happen. And then we would be feeding, like I said, we'd be feeding the hydrogen from here into here, or using a pump and just having another power supply here. All right, good. Yeah, because I'm thinking, I could put a, what is it? One of these little bad boys in there. Where's the small one? Mini gas pump. They use a little less power. They're a little less power, and they're really not overly efficient, but the size is good. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that I could do that, so I could flip it upside down and have it take it in from the... Oh, interesting. Sorry, what is that made out of? It didn't really give me much of an option. Oh, plastic. Okay. Interesting. Hydrogen gas slime lung. Okay. Hello. If y'all could do me the biggest solid and just build these out, that would be good. It would be nice to get rid of the slime, a sneaky slime lung. We're so far into the game that Slime lung didn't even occur to me as something I should be worrying about, but it should definitely be something that I'm worrying about. What do we've only got oxygen here, so it's not a huge deal, but we'll slam in, yeah, we'll slam one of these in here, and it'll clean up the issue. It'll solve the problem. So let's just get them to do that. That'll be good, and we'll be back once we've got all of this sorted out, once they've built everything up, and yeah. Oh, damn, okay, I wasn't paying attention, and they absolutely ripped through the, this biome down here. That's crazy. These folks are insane. Oh my goodness. I need them to... Ice. Ice doesn't have a home to hide in? What if I just store it in here? Hello. Ice. Really? You didn't... There's nothing... What else are you hiding in here? Consumables, and I'm assuming that's the bleach stone and the oxide. Okay. Cool. That's what I thought. That's okay. So what we'll do is we will put the ice in there, and I'm really hoping they actually do kind of execute on that. I don't know. And I'm just going to throw that down there just because kind of missing a few things. What is that? A wart seed. So they somehow destroyed several wheezewarts during this process, which is good and bad simultaneously. Because we haven't actually destroyed any wheezewarts this whole time that we've played the game. So now we do have some wheezewarts to worry about, or to use, I should say, which is actually kind of fantastic because we've been running this whole shebang without any wheezewarts this whole time. And I think it's about time that we actually just start using some. Also, my sincerest apologies. However, this sort of shenanigan here, this needs to be up and running again. I don't know what the deal is here, but we gotta be running this. And I need to snip you here, right? Alright, so let's do that. So that'll start filling that up. Hello, game, don't freeze like that. And I could also just pump things out as well if I really needed. Oh god, who's stressed? Camille is stressed. Camille, where's your bed? The issue with Camille, just by the way, she she was the only one I could have make the auto sweeper, so she's kind of the problem. Not ideal, not ideal. It is what it is, but you know, I didn't want it that way, but unfortunately had to be that way. So yeah, she's the problem child in that instance. Now, good. How many cycles until this? Next activity, 12 cycles. So free power for a little bit, not all the time. Certainly not right now. And I'm wondering, you know, kind of what else to do for power. I mean, we've got these systems kind of set up. Oh, good. They're actually making this now. That will be a little bit of a comforting bit for me. Also, let's just take a quick look here. Alt-S. And I can zoom out here. So this is a wall and this is a wall. Now, there's quite a bit here. Well, there's a little bit actually here that I don't know. Good amount here and here that I don't know. But this is quite bad. I don't know what's going on over here at all. I should really make some moves to learn about more of this area. And kind of the best way I think to do that, certainly not digging down from there. I mean, I could dig down from over here. That would be one way to do it. Or I could dig across from over here. It's just the slime lung is really a fussy friend that I don't love dealing with. Oh, interesting. Storing that would all be good, actually. And just revisiting up top, how are things going? Not well. They're not building what I want them to build. What are they doing? What are they even doing? They're not really even working on anything. Okay. Time to put these bitches to work. Alright, so we're actually going to make Joshua be able to do mechatronics as well. And the issue, because Camille, being the only one, isn't actually good. She's having problems with the actual execution there. And I'm just seeing, does anybody else have enough? Like, there's plenty of, I guess, skill points to go around, but not enough. Don't have a lot of tidiers either. Some people need to start tidying some things up. Start tidying things up, you. And then, I don't know, decorate good. Masterworks decorator. All right, there you go, Lindsay. You got quite a bit of skill there. I just want to increase some of their skills because I'm seeing we've got quite a bit of an issue with, you know, lack of people being able to do things. We'll do you tidying as well, and like worst case scenario, we'll just start removing these skills if things are going poorly. But there we go. We went from 3 to 6, which also means that we've got more of both of those. So that's good. That is good. New printables are available. Very, very nice. We will take, I don't know, I'm assuming we want the rust. We don't really want anybody yet. I have been looking at people. Can't do researching. Decrease cuisine. Decrease bladder. Decrease machinery. You're not terrible, to be honest. I can actually use you. Lyra? You know what? Let's grab Lyra. Because we need somebody else who can do the activities that we're having issues with. And I'm going to actually... So, nobody's assigned to this bed. There you go. And Camille, that's why you're so depressed. You're just in a shitty bed. And we're gonna build a... We've got 11 beds. See, that doesn't seem right. Total population 11... Odd. Bed. Let's give another bed right in here. So we'll put that on a 9 there, just so that, you know, they do it. And I think, in theory, these activities should maybe be built sooner. It's just, look at that. Only 2 of them can do it. Camille is, like, doing a shit ton of stuff. Joshua, not to say he's not doing things. It's just like, there's a lot of stuff that he's up to. So, is he now... Oh, see, so now they're doing the oil refinery because I'm assuming it's high on their priority lists. Hello. Nobody's to be doing decorating except for this one and that one. Yeah, shoot. You should really be doing building, researching, decorating. Where's Joshua's skills? Ranching, building, operating. Anyway, it's fine. Are some of it's getting built? Okay. As long as some of it's getting built, I'm happy. It just seems that they're struggling. I am surprised, though, nobody is saying that they're... no one's saying that they are idle, and I'm not really... I haven't told anyone to do anything else. Maybe it's that they're all running down here to, like, pick things up, and that's why they're not idle. Because there's a lot of stuff to pick up down here. Also... How is this doing? Just out of curiosity, because there's a lot of natural gas in here, and it seems like it's slowly making its way over. But like from an actual filled perspective, mostly carbon dioxide. At least there's no more sour gas. Oh, it is mostly carbon dioxide. That is interesting. Well, it's sucking it up, and wow. Chlorine. I should almost throw the chlorine in whatever line and sort it out over there. So this is kind of our next, you know, not our next issue, but like this is another big issue is like I keep sorting one thing out and then getting screwed up because it's not sorting everything out. So it ends up, everything just ends up very messy. Are you even running? No liquid intake. I put this in here and I didn't give it a liquid intake. That is so silly. That seems like it would be a lot of work to figure out. And I don't know. It would be worth my time, actually, because it would stop carbon dioxide from getting out. It wouldn't stop the natural gas from getting out, but it would stop carbon dioxide, which would be very good. Also, just in looking at the systems here, you know, I'm just kind of looking around a little bit. What is going on here? There is so much hydrogen up at the top of our base. And there's a lot in here that will eventually maybe make it out there. But like, and I did lock it out, if you remember one of those times recently. But what is going on with the hydrogen up here? I really need to pump some of this stuff out. This was turned off because I guess I dismantled its automation accidentally. Let's leave the automation there. I'll leave it in gold. That's fine. And put a gas element sensor. And I'll just use that. Let's make it a 9. We'll get them to do it. And in the meantime, while they do that and we set it all up, I just want to look at some of the other stuff. So they've done a really good job setting up the system here that I wanted them to do. There's a little bit of sweeping that they have to do because there is slime lung in this spot, and obviously we can't have that. But there's no polluted oxygen. Never mind, there's one singular piece of polluted oxygen, which we will endeavor to get rid of, and we'll see if we can make it happen. But so far so good in a lot of respects. They've done a miraculous job over here. It's just now trying to balance out some of this carbon dioxide a little bit. Hydrogen gas. There we go. Okay, I mean, that doesn't really need to be lead. So as long as it's detecting hydrogen in that unit, it will throw hydrogen out. Now, listen, I love hydrogen. Don't get me wrong. Also, hilarious, they're both running now. But I love hydrogen. I love it. It makes my day great. And you'll notice what I did was I actually cleaned up a bunch of this so that the hydrogen can move over a little bit easier. That's actually what I did, and that's kind of what caused a little bit more of a problem. I just didn't realize that it was that big of a problem until this very moment. I had legitimately no idea that we were in a position such as that. So now we're overburdening the system with hydrogen, which is hilarious to me, but I absolutely dig it. Hydrogen is one of my favorite things to use in the game. I know a lot of people like using it, and it's so fun to just completely destroy hydrogen like that. It makes my day. Now, that is one of the things that we're focusing on too, is like trying to balance out some of the gases a little bit better, hydrogen obviously being one of them, and that's what the design of this is supposed to help work towards, is clearing out hydrogen. So actually I'm realizing what I should have done, instead of build these tiles out of solid, I should have built them out of airflow tiles to allow the hydrogen all to rise upwards, which I may actually go ahead and swap them shortly. And also I'm going to do this because this little thing is really pissing me off and I want it gone. But there you go. Now we have a little bit of planning to do. Hello. You're really sparkly. I just want to get a good little glimpse of that. Look at how happy they are. Oh my goodness. They're so pleased. This literally looks insane. Like, what the hell? Okay, I'll let them do whatever they're doing. That totally distracted me. I have no idea what I was saying. I know that I want to do this. I want to get rid of that last piece of polluted oxygen. It is what it is. It's just, this is going to be the best way to do it. And then we're going to talk about maybe setting this up a little bit proper to actually function the way this is supposed to. It might need a little bit of a push forward with some help, but otherwise I think we're going to be good. You know, a little bit of power into it, that'll be fine. The power system appears to be behaving, and this guy here, is the sweeping system working proper? We need to bear witness. Oh, there we go. Okay, I finally figured it out after all this time. Oh my goodness, I have been losing my mind. I've been sitting here trying to figure out for a while. how to make this thing actually function, and I finally did it. I just want you to see here. Both these are not necessary. Let me actually deconstruct this one. And it's likely unnecessary to have this all back here as well. So if I snip this, it's probably good if I snip that. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Okay, look. So this was so was so taxing to do. Now we've got a piece of coal. We're gonna follow its journey, so you can see. Follow its journey, throws it into there. I know this is a little bit of a shitty setup. We can fix it later. And then that will pump it out into there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them deconstruct those, and I will also have them deconstruct this extra wire here. And so we can follow the journey. The journey is going slow for whatever reason. In these little rails, over. All right, here we go. So they're gonna arrive, they're gonna be dropped off. That's gonna pick them up automatically and throw it into the storage bin. So there we go, beautiful, thrown in the storage bin. Now, in theory as well, if I had these enabled, so if I get somebody to come and enable this building real quick. All right, there we go. So it's been enabled. The auto sweeper should pull from this and throw it at this. So if I put the fuel request threshold high and put it at a 1, for instance, hopefully nobody does it, this should automatically do it itself. Are you gonna... Will you deliver? No, I mean, I guess in theory it should be taking it from, I don't know why it's not. A little odd. Fuel request threshold. 8%. So we're gonna have to figure this out, obviously. It's really not, I don't know what the deal is from that. It's supposed to supply, but I don't know if it is supposed to... How about now, if more drops off? Is there any more on the way? I need more. I need more. We're testing theories. All right, so more is being delivered. Let's just see here. Drop, drop, drop. Immediately didn't even try. Because the problem is, where are you even going with that? The problem is if the duplicants can do it, because they're a little bit faster, I guess. If the duplicants can do it and it's an errand for them, they will run and do it, which is my constant problem here, is that they keep doing this shit to me. And they're running off and doing these errands. And so it appears, for whatever reason though, that it's not pulling from the storage bin and delivering it here. Like if I do this, you won't even, but then if I do this, you're totally down to put coal in there, but you're not going to supply the coal generator. That's really odd to me. I'm going to have to look into it a little more. I don't fully understand the system yet. But I guess this is better than nothing, I suppose. Because it's making our lives a little bit easier, but it is still... I'm still disappointed that it's not going directly in. But anyway, we'll figure it out next time around, or in between, or what have you. And we'll just end the episode by rejecting a bunch of other people. Yeah, we'll just reject all those people, get the blossom seeds, and there you go. If you folks did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to leave any comments with tips, hints, or suggestions. You know I need them, just based off of what you're seeing here. And of course, as always, thank you for stopping by. Hope you did, and I'll see you next time.